Look in the mirror today. What do you see? What do you see in yourself in your own reflection? Look in the mirror. Do you see yourself as a happy person internally, with how the way your body looks? Do you see yourself as timid? Or do you not see anything at all? I generally look at it as a way for self-improvement. If there's anything that I typically don't see, that I'm not proud of, in my own reflection, I take a step back, readjust, and keep moving. Keep moving forward. Don't even look what's behind you. Don't matter what's behind you. That's all that matters. Looking forward, looking straight on with it. Anything else is irrelevant, doesn't really matter. And so, if you're skinny and you struggle with actually seeing change in your life, how do you go about building a physique you're fully confident in? How do you go about building a physique to the which you feel totally true and internalized into who you actually are? A physique worth creating means something that you're gonna have to actually get used to. You have to get used to the long nights of putting in many hours in the gym. You're gonna have to get used to almost feeling as if things don't even work in your life. You have to get used to putting in the work even when you do not feel like doing it. At the end of the day, the day is gonna be gone. Today's gone. Even with these YouTube videos, I could wait till tomorrow to put one up, or I can put one up now and get it out the way. So tomorrow, I can look back and know, yeah, I uploaded that video. Even when I didn't feel like doing it, just get it done and get it out the way. I see it as an opportunity as a creator to keep uploading, keep bringing awareness, and shed light into how you can really self-improve, how you can better your life overall. At the end of the day, take a step back, reflect on where you are, man. Do you want to get a six-pack? Do you want to get cut? Do you want to get lean? Do you want to be better, of a better character overall? How do you really visualize yourself? Now, when I say it just like that, even as I'm walking, getting my steps in, right? Because there really is no excuse to not doing something. There really is no excuse the way how I see it. There is no excuse whatsoever. And why not catch some vitamin D, right? I mean, the vitamin D is going down a little bit, but I mean, I came out a little bit in the late evening to get a little walk in, get about 8K steps in before I get back to the crib, but it's really looking forward into momentum, into direction, knowing who you want to be, despite having others tell you not to go in that direction. Even with self-improvement, as you begin to realize who you actually are, you begin to know your hobbies, your interests, your desires, things you enjoy doing, which you can potentially make a career, a lifestyle out of it. All part of self-improvement. If it's something you genuinely want to do for the rest of your life, go after it. Simply chase it. Why live a life that conforms to what others want you to do? A life like that is not a life worth living. It's no meaning behind it. And by no meaning behind it, it's a dead life. Because why would you want to wake up and live for somebody else? You want to clock into your 9 to 5 that you desperately so hate. And you want to continue to stay in that job because it seems as though there's no other opportunities out there for you. All of them right in front of you. If you can simply open your eyes and be more mindful of what's around you, where to look, where to find it. Anything is possible if you put your mind into this life. Too many opportunities go by that we fail to go out and reach. It's simply right there in the palm of our hands that we fail to reach. That's endless. As this path is, it's never really endless if you look at it. There's always a destination point. Even if it takes years, even if it takes months, right? Because, like I said before, self-gratification, in one of the episodes of my podcast I was talking about is self-gratification, rather instant gratification. It comes from a form of expecting things to happen in a short period of time. And with instant gratification, there comes self-fulfillment. There's no fulfillment behind anything that's instant or happens short term. Always seek things out in the long term, because in the long term, you'll have more, not only will you have more patience for it, but you have more appreciation for it. And it's the same result that these creators you see, or any Olympian, right? Or any athlete, you can say in the NBA, right? The best in the game. They practice the same thing and they do it for years before they become top tier, elite, before they become the best known in the game in the world. The same thing applies in our journey, right? I think a lot of us, not even think, I know a lot of us expect things to happen just like that. We start a podcast, we have 10, 20 episodes, and it hasn't blown up yet. Because the mindset behind it is instant gratification. We think we can put effort into doing something for a month, 3 months, 6 months, and expect something beautiful to happen. Although the majority of the time that isn't the case. So instead of chasing something instant that happens in the short term that won't even give you no meaning or fulfillment, start to pursue something that gives you more meaning and have a direction, a plan behind how long it could take you to actually achieve it. Even if it takes years, right? It could take 3 years. It could take 4, maybe 5. But the beauty behind it is that you will have more appreciation for it, and you'll be able to reflect from the times of when you started, from the times you were today. Start today, act now. Tomorrow is never promised. We live in the present moment. Tomorrow is never guaranteed because we could not wake up the next morning. It just simply may not happen for some of us. Some of us may die in our sleep. Some of us may not live to see the next day. Some of us may not live to breathe and live to see another opportunity that tomorrow has to bring. So why not live tomorrow with optimism instead of being pessimistic about life, being pessimistic about our situations, being pessimistic about why we haven't achieved success yet. We haven't put in no effort whatsoever. Even with YouTube in of itself, I see it as a long-term game. You can't look at it as a 90-day challenge. It's no 90-day challenge. It's either you stick and commit to the game long-term, sticking long enough to become relevant. That was a quote I read in Russell Brunson's book. Literally, stick long enough to become relevant. And that really spoke volumes to me because it told me that you can't expect something beautiful to happen short term, but you need to commit, practice long enough to see change. Commit to it long enough so you can actually see a result that you know that you are meant to see for yourself. But at the end of the day, it comes down to being optimistic about what life has to offer. Being optimistic about the journey of what life has to offer. When I go on these walks, I've been going on these walks fairly frequently along this path actually. It's just something about this path, can't really explain it, but it feels just too good. As the sun is always good, man. Anyways, but being optimistic about your journey in of itself, being optimistic about life, where you are, acknowledging where it is you are in your life, knowing that you need a plan to bounce from where you want to be, plan A to plan B, and without the plan, it's just an idea that hasn't really moved anywhere yet. So we all have great ideas. The thing about all of us having ideas is that we don't live to see it become a reality because we keep it in our head, or we don't bring the ideas out to life because we have a thought, a misconception about what others are going to think about our ideas, other than twisting our ideas and not appreciating it or having any positive recognition for our ideas. So we tend to not do anything about it, conform to our situation and not do nothing about it. Now I tell you, do not conform, because to conform to something is to not live to your utmost potential. By not living into your potential, you won't have the actual impact that you can go and change somebody else's life through your craft, through your passions, your interests. So why not be able to live out this life and choose to be who you are internally without being able to have a misconception about what others may think about who you are and what you want to do. If you're even in college, right, you chose to go a different direction, but others want you to go a different route. I mean, I'm sure you have your best interest in mind, but if you want something that you see for yourself, you want to go after it. I mean, we'll have to live, why live a life for others just to show them that I'll just listen to you because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll listen to you because I'll follow with the path that you have given me. And I'll just disregard my own path, my own interests, things that I've done up in my life up until this point, and disregard it all, but follow whatever somebody else tells me to do. I mean, to live a life that's so in alignment, out of alignment to your passions, your interests, beliefs, it's conforming to this world, conforming to not even believing in yourself, rather, because if you can't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that it's actually possible, then you don't really live to see your own goals become a reality. Live to see tomorrow. Live to see the truth. Live to see the light behind who you can be. Because keep in mind, there is no goal that is too big for any one of us to achieve. As long as we set our eyes and have a clear vision behind it. A clear vision brings awareness towards our identity of who we can actually become in this world. So go after it, get it done, have a plan in place, a plan that puts you in position to achieve, never fail. Because without positioning ourselves towards success in this life, we won't have a proper positioning towards a goal that you aim so desperately to achieve. Without a plan, dead weight. Doesn't mean nothing. As a skinny man knows this, to build muscle, it starts with the actions you incorporate in yourself today. Start today to build muscle. Drop down, give me 10, drop down, give me 20, drop down and give me something, right? Because it all starts today in the present moment. Never the next day. The present moment is where it's at. About 8K steps in. About the halfway mark. You go finish off with that YouTube video. Bicep flicks. No, you out of here.